Hello and welcome to a very special video. Today, we're going to go with an update for the Bando challenge I've been doing and talk about my personal opinions on faction bloat and concerns for 11th edition for those playing new 40k. I don't play it myself, but I can notice trends. For the rest of it, at the end, I'm going to give a channel update and a health update for anyone interested. So if you want to check that out, that'll be towards the end of the video. So, how am I doing on the Bando challenge? I'm going to say I have roundly failed on this one, just because of the amount of things in front of me in terms of responsibility and keeping the house running. I have not had legitimately time to devote to sitting down and painting, but what I did do is I got most of a squad assembled. I got the entire squad based, and I only have two guys who are incomplete. One, because I don't have a suitable head for the character at the moment, and the other one because I need to find where the heavy bolters I have, and I think I moved them when I was shuffling things around. They haven't been painted, they haven't been primed, and I find that to be frustrating. I wanted to be further on this project, but here we are. And I wanted to say, hey, look, if you got a timeline's fantastic to help motivate you, but you have to keep it in perspective and understand, hey, if you get some success, you need to recognize that to help keep yourself motivated, because focusing on the failure and only the failure is a surefire way to make sure that you do not ever come back to a project. As I fuss around with an envelope in the background, I'm hoping it's making them focus a little bit better. I've been having trouble with getting the camera to focus on them. Outside of that, I also consider it a failure because I found Felbadon, the harmless here, and I was a little frustrated because I forgot he existed. And I did not buy this. This was a present from my brother's wife, because when I told her, oh, just buy me socks, she caught on to the game I was simply being a cheapskate on any gift for myself and decided to completely circumvent that and buy this guy. She wanted to see me paint him up, and I had started the process on him. For example, the Ultramarine here is in a midnight blue because I like that slightly purplish tint under a lighter blue when I'm doing Ultramarines. And I liked the idea of painting him up in the old Sons of Horus color scheme. But he's not done. I haven't finished his face. I haven't got his top knot. I haven't taken care of the skulls. I haven't completed the Ultramarine, and I sure as heck haven't touched the torch. So, in general, I have completely failed on the challenge, but I recognize that I at least got some things done. So, huzzah, thumbs up, but smack on the hand because I didn't get what needed to be done. But hey, take your small victories. All right. Now let's talk about my personal opinions on what I'm seeing play out towards the end of 10th edition's lifespan, or life cycle, or product cycle if you prefer. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to caution people from diving in with any minor factions you see come out with any of these major campaigns, because Games Workshop is very notorious for killing these off as soon as they're done with them and not supporting them for very long at all. If you're really interested and you're going to buy them anyways, hey, I can understand, especially if you plan on, for example, buying that one Red Corsair kit and kit bashing the snot out of them. I hope that's a kit that stays around, because for people, that is going to be insanely useful for kit bashing for both loyalists and, of course, traders alike. Fantastic stripped down kit for people to use and to put their own character on and spin. But here's the problem with the Red Corsairs coming out and getting just an upgrade sprue, a set of characters, an HQ, and one, count them, one unique unit. As much as I love the Red Corsairs, as much as I think it's cool they're getting something, I'm going to say this. Be cautious of buying in super hard. They didn't clearly go the whole nine because honestly, I feel like they should have had a kit that came out that was more stripped down. That would be something like a Renegade Tactical Squad. And that could be something that could be used for Iron Warriors, Red Corsairs, freshly tradered groups, maybe groups that aren't Chaos aligned. You know, it could be useful for Red Corsairs, Iron Warriors, and let's say Night Lords, because you could add your own personality on a kind of a stripped down kit. So I think with it just being an upgrade kit for the Legionary set, and they kind of conflict stylistically with that one special or unique kit they're getting, I'm not sure about the long-term support. I'm hoping against it, but hey, if you're playing new 40K and you're really hyped about them, just be cautious, just be aware there is a big potential that in 11th or 12th edition, they simply drop the faction altogether. But the other thing is this. I think from a design perspective, it takes away from the overall game to bloat it with factions, especially with them kind of making a push towards Iron Warriors. And as a Iron Warriors guy, it kills me to say this, you can only stretch a resource so thin before it snaps, before there's not enough time, money, attention, and ability for people to manage and maintain a game that keeps getting more and more and more and more and more bloated as time goes on. So I think that one of my biggest problems is it inevitably means that factions get less time, less attention, and slowly either wither away or fade further into the background. And the sporadic attention that some of these factions that are already in the game get, you're not talking Space Marines here, guys. I think it's just kind of an increased risk of making it worse for everybody. But that's my personal opinion. And hey, look, I don't hate people who like newer 40K. I don't play it myself. I have no interest in it. But I don't want to see people get abused in it and treated like garbage just because the company thinks it can and is justified in it. So that's my word of caution on it. So let's just talk about the channel update and the health. So first off, my health. If you're not aware, I've had a fairly serious chest infection that I have just gotten over. I'm still, even at this point, very, very tired. I'm not towards the top of my normal strength. And if I seem a little bit out of steam, that's the reason why. I'm not saying this because I want people's sympathy. I just like to explain things because of my German heritage, because I feel guilty if I don't. So if I seem that way, I apologize. I don't mean my stuff to seem low effort. It's just I'm really, really tired. I'm getting very tired from just taking care of things on a regular basis. But it's going to take a little while for my health to get back to where it was before. But I'm doing better. Thanks for everybody's well wishes. It was really, really nice to have people wanting or wishing me well and my family well, because it's been a very rough year. And the last 4 months was a real kick in the face. Channel update. I'm planning on doing more, and I'm trying to get more into the fully edited stuff that I was doing before, but I'm going to probably keep that somewhat minimal to a degree, because I really rather do videos that I believe are more focused on the content and talking about that than worrying about if the transitions are good, if then basically the editing is top notch, because I want it to be more about the content than the flash and dash. I know there's a place for flash and dash. There's a lot of people way better than me at that. But I want to be presentable, but I want to just be honest with people and just tell them how I feel, because one, I don't make money off this. 2, I don't take sponsorships. And 3, I'm going to tell you, even if you disagree with what I'm saying, the way I feel about it. So I'd rather have you understand, even if you disagree with me, that I'm going to be honest with you than me just telling you things that you want to hear and knowing that I'm a liar. So that's what I want to say, is that I just want to focus on the content over anything else. Even if it's just wiggly hands and pointing at miniatures and going, look, red background. Regardless, the last bit, the channel update. Of course, like I said, I plan on getting some more edited content out, but I also want to say this. As of today, I have 303 subscribers, which is exactly 303 more subscribers than I ever thought I'd get. And I want to thank you for that. I never really thought that I had anything worth people's time. I just wanted to be honest. I just wanted to put content out that could bring people's days up when I could, and just be honest with people, because I got tired of seeing video after video after video of people who are clearly trading their integrity for plastic, for things. I just wanted to be honest because I was tired of the amount of dishonesty, even if I don't dislike those people, that I felt from, well, when people are taking things for free and then telling you to buy it. That's what I'm saying. It's not a villainization of those people or people who buy those products or whatever. I know people have to pay their rent. They have to feed themselves. I'm just saying that I wanted to do something slightly different and just be as honest and forthright with people, even if I knew it would make people angry, even if I knew people wouldn't like my opinions. I wanted the idea of the content focus to be on, I'm telling you how I feel, so that even if we disagree on something, if you come and ask me or you get my opinion on something, that I'm telling you how I feel and think about it, and I'm not putting a product or a service or cash in front of that. So hopefully, that's something that comes through. And honestly, guys, I hope that you have a fantastic weekend, and we see each other again. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful life, and bye-bye.